Hello, so glad to share our research proposal here. Our group consists of 7 members with 6 different majors. You may find our information on the slide. Now I'm going to present our proposal in the next 8 minutes. The topic is Arts and Education for Practice, community-based art project of painting in case of Nanchang, China. Firstly, let me briefly go through the abstract part. The community-based art projects, especially the ones related with paintings, are significant as it improves the skills and empowers the relations among the community of people. It illustrates the usage of art for education purposes. This study aims to advocate that the community-based art project of Nanchang must be enhanced as educational practices. There are 3 parts in the proposal. Introduction part, including background, problem statement, and the research objectives. And then literature review part and the methodology part. In terms of background of the study, the early 19th century has marked the interest of scholars in community-based art for education practice and its substantial growth. Due to Chinese diverse culture, the community-based art projects of China has abundant culture and philosophical history. Nanchang is famous for art projects, particularly the porcelain patterns. The scholars believe that the community-based art projects can offer people different ways to actively engage in community they belong to. Moreover, community-based art projects illustrate the current social issues and address the needs of local communities, thereby causing a positive impact on educational practices. And the prime focus of this study is to reinforce the significance of art project of paintings in Nanchang, China, to advocate the usage of community art project of paintings as educational practices. To fulfill the goal, this study tends to be focused on research questions. 1. How the trend of community-based art project of painting is imperative in context of Nanchang, China. Second, how the community-based art project of painting in Minyu of Nanchang, China can be utilized as art and educational practices. Last, how the community-based art project of painting and their illustration as educational practices marks its significance on the art sector of Nanchang, China. And the next is about the research objectives. The first one, to evaluate the trend of community-based art project of painting. Number 2, to bring forth the art project of painting in Minyu as art and educational practices. 3, to highlight the significance of community-based art projects and their illustration as educational practices in art sector. Now next, let's move on to the literature review part. In the realm of literature, there are numerous studies which highlight the significance. QIAN brings forth the art and education for unprivileged people by joining a case study and put forth its findings as based on the culture and the physical situation of people. The educational approaches of art differs. However, Ghani and Ishak stated that the ultimate goal of community-based paintings is to have a better world where art artists and educators the benefits of community by promoting arts, encouraging people, and improves their quality of life. While Comans and Hannahs investigate the nature of community-based art projects and highlights that community-based art projects have potential for educational practices. For Brenner, the Chinese art projects related with paintings can open up new directions. The study of Brenner highlights the interactive technology to appreciate the community-based traditional arts. Actually, an extensive amount of studies have already underlined the significance of community-based art and its implications. But there is no such study which highlights the significance of community-based art projects of paintings in context of Nanchang, China. To fulfill this gap, this study aims to examine and analyze the community-based art projects of Nanchang, especially the art projects related with painting and their illustration as educational practices. And then let's move to the last part, the methodology. This study will utilize qualitative case study method. In terms of data collection, the case study tends to focus on methods such as interviews, observations, and the analysis of primary and secondary data. Interview-based primary data collection will be utilized, in which the respective population share their opinions and experiences. The sample of study will be comprised of the relevant respondents who have wide knowledge regarding community-based arts. The data will be collected by using open-ended interview. Also, we will do observation for some current community-based art painting programs. To analyze the collected data effectively, the underpinnings of proposed theory will be utilized. All data would be analyzed by in vivo. That's all. Thank you.